नमः सर्वेभ्यः। सम्यक् श्रूयते, सम्यक् दृश्यते वा?
आं भगिनि, नमस्ते।
आदौ प्रार्थना करोमि। अगजानन पद्मार्कं गजाननमहर्निशम् अनेकदन्तं भक्तानाम् एकदन्तमुपास्महे। नमस्ते शारदा देवी काश्मीरपुरवासिनी, त्वामहं प्रार्थये नित्यं विद्यां बुद्धिं च देहि मे। इतः पर्यन्तं वयं किम् अधीतवन्तः? जष्ट्वसन्धिः सूत्रमस्ति जलां जशोन्ते। अनुनासिकविहाय वर्गीयव्यञ्जनं प्लस स्वरः वा मृदुव्यञ्जनं वा जश् भवति, जष्ट्वं भवति। वर्गतृतीयः आदेशः भवति, जश् आदेशः भवति। उदाहरणानि: वाक् प्लस ईशः वागीशः। अत्र स्वरः अस्ति। वाक् प्लस बाणः वाग्बाणः, अत्र मृदुव्यञ्जनम् अस्ति। श्चुत्वसन्धि स्तोः श्चुनाश्चुः। सकार वा तवर्गस्य परे शकारः वा चवर्ग आगच्छति चेत् सकार तवर्ग शकार चवर्ग आदेश। सकार तवर्गस्य स्थाने शकार चवर्गः आदेशः भवति। निश्चलः becomes निश्चलः। उत्जीवनं becomes उज्जीवनम्। अत्र तु प्रथमः जष्ट्वं भवति, अनन्तरं श्चुत्वं भवति। ष्टुत्वसन्धि स्तोः ष्टुनाष्टुः। सकारतवर्गस्य परे शकारटवर्ग आगच्छति चेत् शकारटवर्गः आदेशः भवति। इष् प्लस तः इष्टः। उत् प्लस टङ्कनम् उट्टङ्कनम्। अत्रापि प्रथमः जष्ट्वः भवति, अनन्तरं ष्टुत्वं भवति। अनुस्वारसन्धिः मोनुस्वारः झलि। मकारस्य परे व्यञ्जनम् अस्ति चेत् मकारस्य स्थाने अनुस्वार आदेशः भवति। कार्यं प्लस कृत्वा becomes कार्यं with anuswara कृत्वा. Now let's do a small exercise, and this would have covered the first three sandhis, that is jashtva, shtutva and shtutva. Savita Bhagini ahvetiyam. If you are busy Bhagini, let me know, we'll manage. Okay.
Yes madam. Yes madam.
वदतु भगिनि। दुश्चरितं सन्धिं कुरुता विभज्य सन्धिनाम अपि वदतु।
सन्धिं कृतः विभज्य नाम लिखतः। दुश्चरित्रं अयो सारी வரவே இல்லையா? சாரி மேடம், இருங்க, ஸ்க்ரீன் போச்சு. துஷ்சரித்திரம் வந்து ஸ்தானே வந்து விசர்க வரும். துக் பிளஸ் சரித்திரம் மேடம்.
துக் பிளஸ் where is ka?
Do போட்டு விசர்கம் plus sarithram.
No, Bhagini, we have never dealt with visarga till now. This is just a revision.
Okay, dus sarithram. Dus plus sarithram. Duhu plus sarithram, madam.
Duhu
plus sarithram. Sarithram.
No. Where are you getting duhu from, Bhagini?
La duhu, madam.
See, this should be either jashtva, shtutva or shtutva.
Second sentence is Sutva Sandhi.
Shtutva Sandhi, correct. Madam? Now split it. Yes, correct. Split it, Bhagini. Vibhaj. Ajadesha. No. First one. Bhagini. Pratamaha eva.
Okay. Dus plus Saritram.
Split it. Atra kim bhavati, Bhagini? Kasya stane
सकारस्थाने शकार भवति चेत् तस्य पररूपं मध्ये दुक् प्लस् सरित्रं भवति।
सकारस्य परे चकारः आगच्छति चेत् सकारस्य स्थाने चकारः आगच्छति।
चकारस्य स्थाने चत्वम् आगच्छति।
दुस् प्लस् चरित्रम् अत्र सकारमस्ति परे चवर्गस्य चकारमस्ति अतः श्चुत्वसन्धिः भवति सकारस्य स्थाने शकारः आदेशः भवति अतः दुश्चरित्रं भवति दुस् प्लस् चरित्रं दुश्चरित्रं श्चुत्वसन्धि
ओके मैडम
इट्स करेक्ट भगिनी उत्तमम्
ओके मैडम थैंक यू मैडम धन्यवाद நான் படித்தோமா மேடம்
no next person
Yes, madam. Yes, can you hear me?
yes
Ajadeshah, aja plus adesh.
Aja?
Aja.
This is not Swara Sandhi, Bhagini. We are talking about Vyanjana Sandhi.
Vyanjana Sandhi, okay. Aja plus at plus adesh. At plus adesh.
No, just think. Something.
Ach plus adesha.
Ach is Swara, right, Bhagini?
Yeah.
Ach plus adesha, where adesha is a Swara.
Swara, yeah.
So ach plus adesha, ajadesha. What Sandhi is it?
Cha
is changing to
ja.
It is changing to the third letter of Chakara.
Jashtva Sandhi, ma'am.
Yes. Ach plus Adesha, because there is a Chakara and in front of it there is a Swara. So Jastvam Bhavati, it will change it to its third letter, Cha, Ja. So Ajadesha. Okay. I gave you a mixture because if I am teaching Jashtva and I give you Jashtva examples, everybody will be able to crack it. So if there is a mixture of sandhis, only then you will find it challenging. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, next.
Jastva Sandhi alla ma'am adu?
Yeah, second one is Jastva Bhagini.
Digambar, Dik plus Ambaraha, Jastva Sandhi.
No, the previous one. Okay, you have done Digambara, Jastva Sandhi. Do the other one also. Third one, Bhagini. Pushtraha, that one. Hari Om, Shruyate va? Is that... Okay, next person, please.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Ushtraha. Ush plus traha.
Uttamam.
Digambaraha. Dik plus ambaraha.
No, Sandhi nama vadatu Mahodaya.
Shtutva Sandhi. And Dik ambaraha Jashtva Sandhi.
Uttamam. Next person.
Manya, one doubt can I ask, please?
Yeah, yes, please.
When we are, let's say, reading something, if we come across a word like Digambaraha, we can make out that it is that is Sandhi Dik plus Ambaraha.
Yes.
Or Duscharitam. But in words like Ushtraha and Buddhi and Pushtihi, we won't be able to make out, since it is given list of as a question here to identify the Sandhi, then we are thinking it must be Ush plus Traha.
Yes.
So how can we? How
it is. The other day I told you it is only with familiarity. Here you could also be thinking in terms of whose Sir has changed to Sha also, right? Yes, but it is only with the familiarity.
That's all. So we just have to keep
because
learning.
Because the pratyaya getting added to Hush, so some knowledge about all those things are also required. So I don't think it is one ready to know kind of thing. It is thorough knowledge.
Those pratyas in Kovida,
Pardon me?
will we be doing those pratyayas in Kovida?
Not really, Mahodaya. No. Only some pratyayas, only with the Taddita pratyayas, yes, you'll be doing. Not all pratyayas. There are so many pratyayas. I don't think we'll be covering them in pratyaya. I mean, Kovida.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Please,
Bhagini.
answer, it's okay.
Chalachitram. Chalat plus chitram.
Yes. With Sandhi?
Shutva Sandhi.
Uttam. Do another one, Bhagini. Not many people are doing. So just everybody do two.
Shamyakam, thoda volume improve.
You increase volume from your side, Bhagini. Am I audible to others or is it very low?
You're clearly audible, ma'am. Clearly audible.
Disturbance from other people, ma'am. Ask everybody to mute.
Please mute. I don't have to keep asking everybody to mute. As soon as you answer a question, please mute. Vadatu Bhagini.
Bhagini. Mahadhanam. Mahat plus dhanam. Mahadhanam.
Sandhi Nama?
Nama. Chutva Sandhi.
Chutva?
Chutva.
Mahat plus dhanam. Dhanam, the big dha is already there, right? Dhanam is the big dha, Mahaprana dha. Mahat dhanam. Ta has changed to the. So what is it? First letter has changed to third letter.
Just moorne letter bandre.
So dhanam is already there. Mahat has become mahad. So it is jashtva.
Jashtva.
Okay. Practice it. I mean, don't get this one because I'm intentionally giving you a mixed sandhis so that you can be able to differentiate. ಒಂದೇ ತರ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಶ್ಚುತ್ವ ಸಂಧಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಶ್ಚುತ್ವ ಸಂಧಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Mix ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ you will have to think a little bit and answer. Okay. It's okay even if you make mistakes. First time everybody makes mistakes. It's absolutely okay. Okay.
I just have a doubt, Bhagini. Now, when you write dha like this, now how do you know that the second word is starting with dha, Mahaprana?
What else can it be, Bhagini? Mahadhanam.
No, I was thinking. No. See, when it is written like this, I got a doubt whether the second one is the small the and the Mahat. There it is the Mahaprana coming there. It's that I was wondering.
No. Usually, whatever is in full is written down, right?
But here here dhanam is full. No, that is going down.
Yes.
I think
usually what you write any vyanjana. I mean, samyuktakshara Bhagini. Whatever is written in full, that is with the swara, is written down, right? Ivaga nishchita anta do you know Kannada?
Yeah, I can understand. Nishchita sha will be half and cha will be full.
But the sha is actually half, right? Cha is full. So cha is going down. Nishchita if you write.
Okay.
I mean,
okay.
I'm sorry. That's why I took Kannada example. But whereas in Devanagari, you write next to each other. So whenever the one that goes down is the one that is fully there. So Mahadhanam, is in half. Big dha is full. It's accompanied with the swara. Okay,
understood.
Yeah. Next.
Yeah.
Next one is a little tricky. So even if you are wrong, don't feel bad. Whoever is answering. Next person, please. Try, people. Please try. It's okay if you go wrong. If you don't try, you will never get to know where you will go wrong.
Aham badami manya.
वदतु कृपया वदतु.
न जानामि महोदय, क्षम्यतां, तद् ट्रिकि अस्ति।
It wasn't clear.
क्षम्यतां महोदय।
पुनः वदतु महोदय. What was that?
किमपि न उक्तमस्ति। अहं न जानामि बुद्धिः सन्धिः अस्ति, तत् ट्रिकि अस्ति न सन्धिः, तत् कारणे।
Can you at least try, Mahodaya? Even if you go wrong, it's fine. Buddhihi. What can it be at least? Okay. Next.
Is it Buddha plus
Buddha plus Adi?
plus
Adi.
plus he?
Buddha plus iti.
Buddha plus Adi?
Buddha plus dihi is correct. Please tell me what, was it Alpa Prana Da or Mahaprana Da?
Mahaprana.
That is Buddha. Both are Mahaprana?
No. First is Alpa Prana, second is Mahaprana.
So no, that is wrong. That is why I told you this is a tricky one. See, it is Buddha Dhatu and Dihi. Now apply Jashtva. So, somebody last class asked, no, can you give me an example of Tata, the fourth one? I don't know who it is.
Yes.
Buddha Dihi. See, this is Buddha Dhatu and Dihi is added to it. Now see, even if it is the fourth one, since it is belonging to the Tavarga, it will change to the third only because of Jashtva. See, we have always wondered, Buddha Dhatu in the Buddhi Bharatendra, we were like always wondering, where is it, the small da coming from, right? We always knew that Buddha Dhatu se Buddhi agachati. Then we were like wondering, where is that da coming from? Small da. Alpa Prana, it is Jashtva. Buddha plus Dihi, because of Jashtva. What is Jashtva? Here it has to be Anunasika Vihaya Vargiya Vyanjana. Yes. Dihi Swaraha Mrudu Vyanjana. So Jashtva can take place. Just Jashtva taking place, this dha changes to small da. So it becomes Buddha with a Alpa Prana da and Dihi. So Buddhihi. Understood?
पुनः वदतु महोदय, कृपया पुनः वदतु महोदय।
What was it? Explain again. See, this Buddhihi is got from Buddha Dhatu by adding Dihi. Okay. So we knew Buddhihi word, we knew that it was coming from Buddha Dhatu, but we didn't know where that small da was coming, because Buddha also has Mahaprana da, Dihi also has Mahaprana dha. It is because of Jashtva it is happening. Why Jashtva? How Jashtva? What is the condition for Jashtva? Purva Akshara should be Anunasika Vihaya Vargiya Vyanjana. So dha is an Anunasika Vihaya Vargiya Vyanjana belonging to the Tavarga. And next it should be Swarahayar Mrudu Vyanjana. Here it is a Mrudu Vyanjana. So Jashtva can happen. So when Jashtva happens, what happens? Purva Akshara will be replaced by the third letter of that Varga. So this belongs to Tavarga. So it will be replaced by da. So small da, Alpa Prana da. So it will become Buddha with a small da and Dhihi. That is Buddhihi. Understood?
Bhagini, still doubt I have.
Bhagini, so it need not be the first letter, right? Then
which one?
Purva Aksharada Antim.
Purva
Akshara. Purva Aksharada Antima Akshara Karkasha Vyanjana Asti che Jastva Bhavati Kila.
No. Karkasha nahi. Karkasha, where did we have not even come across Karkasha.
Tatha, then Jastva will come third.
First letter turns to third letter now, Bhagini.
Huh? It is not the first letter that is turning to third letter. Whatever be the letter here, whether it is, see, that is why we keep saying, what is, please by heart the rules. Anunasika Vihaya Vargiya Vyanjana. What is that? Vargiya Vyanjana is Kavarga, Chavarga, Tavarga, Tavarga, Pavarga. So what is Kavarga? Kha, ga, gha, nya. Anunasika Vihaya means nya is taken out. Only ka, kha, ga, ga. And in Chavarga, only cha, cha, ja, ja. I don't know if you did you even attend the Jashtva Sandhi class? It was very well explained that it can be
Yes, Bhagini.
If you have not attended, please go through the recording and come prepared. Okay, I can't keep on going and explaining Jashtva, Ashtutva.
Ma'am, Buddhi is only an exception. Buddhi word.
It's not an exception. It is a tricky word, that's all. Actually, Bhagini, if I have to go deep into it, it is an exception, but I don't want to go there. Very, very good. But no, it is qualifying for a Jashtva. See, Anunasika Vihaya Vargiya Vyanjanam Asti, Atratu Mrudu Vyanjanam Asti, so Jashtvam Bhavitum Arhati. Then when it becomes Jashtva, whether it is first, second, third, fourth, whatever be the letter of that Varga, that will change to third. That's what you have to remember. Since somebody asked me to give me an example of the, I've given you. That is why when you give such examples, it will be a little tricky because we are all used to very simple ones like Mahat, Dhanam and all that. Okay, if you come across this, yeah.
Yes, thank you so much. But I had asked this. Bhagini, one more doubt is that later on this Sandhi will change to Purvarup Sandhi or it will stay this?
Purvarupa how?
It becomes he.
What?
Bhuta plus he.
Bhuta plus he. No. What is Purvarupa? It is Avagraha, no?
That is like
Avagraha coming in when there is a Purvarupa is a Swara Sandhi, no, Bhagini?
Purva Savarna Sandhi. I mean to say Purna Savarna Sandhi.
Let's not go there. I have not discussed Purva Savarna, please.
No, later on it may change.
No, it will not. Purva Savarna, what is Purva Savarna? There should be a Hakar.
Kshametam Bhagini, Vriddhi also similar?
Vriddhi, yes.
Vriddhi.
Yes. Vriddh Dhatu and Dihi. Okay, let's go on. It was just because such things will not be given in your exam, don't worry. But then I found it interesting. Somebody had asked, so I just gave this example. Okay.
In fact, it's a classical example of second letter coming,
Yes, it is a classical example of third letter coming even in place of even the fourth letter. That's what I told you. We are all used to. So some Bhagini said first letter is changing to third letter now. So we are assuming it because we have been seeing only such examples. Okay,
yes.
This here fourth letter is also changing to third. It's an interesting example. Okay, that is why they say Anunasika Vihaya Vargiya Vyanjana. All the four letters can appear, and that will change to the third letter.
Dhanyawad.
Next person, please.
Mani, you said Vriddhi also will be like this, so Shuddhi also will be like this.
Yes. I have that in the example now there. Good. Oh, sorry.
Jagat
Please, people, please try. You will go wrong. It's fine.
Jagat Bhyam सम्यक् अस्ति वा?
सन्धि नाम वदतु.
तत्र श्रुत्व सन्धि.
जगत् प्लस भ्याम श्रुत्व कथं भवति?
I'm not able to see the screen, ma'am.
Is it?
We are able to see.
We are able to see, ma'am. We are able to see.
Takara converted to the. Parasavarna.
Dakara changing to the. Takara to the. What will it be? Shtutva katham bhavati. Mahodaya, Shtutva tu you will have to have either the Shakara or the Chavarga, right, in front of it. Atra tu bha asti. Bha tu mrudu vyanjanam asti. So takarasya pare mrudu vyanjanam asti. Please mute. Others mute. Only one person will talk. Then I can hear him clearly. Savita Bhagini. Okay. Mahodaya, vadatu Mahodaya. Jagat plus Bhyam, you are correct. What is the Sandhi name? The changing to the.
एक निमिषं प्रयत्नं करोमि.
Pashyatu Jagat asti. Okay, Bhyam is the second. It starts with Mrudu Vyanjana. Tavarga plus Mrudu Vyanjana is changing to Davarga. That is the third letter.
Shtutva Sandhi?
No, Mahodaya, have you attended the classes? Just
No,
watched
no,
it first?
no, Mahodaya.
Okay, then fine. Mahodaya, then please go through the recording. This is Jashtva, okay?
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ನಾ ಹೇಳ
ಹೇಳಿ.
ಜಗತ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಭಯಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ರಿ ಅದು?
ಭಯಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಭ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಭ್ಯಾಮೇ ಬರೇ
ಭ್ಯಾಮ್.
ನಾ ಜಗತ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಭಯಾಮ್ ಜಗತ್ ಭಯಾಮ್.
Bhayam alla bhyam. See, we remember it is the Vivachana, right? Jagat bhyam. That bhyam. Bhayam alla. Bha is half. Bhyam. Jagat plus bhyam is Jashtva Sandhi. Do the second, the other one also, Bhagini.
Manas plus Shantihi, it is Shutva Sandhi.
Uttama.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
push Krishna Venkatramana.
Vadatu Mahodaya. Chinta mastu. Vadatu.
Push plus tihi. Push plus tihi pushtihi.
Nama? Sandhi Nama?
Sandhi Nama வந்து
अत्रैव अस्ति.
ष्टुत्वा सन्धि. ष्टुत्वा.
उत्तमं. पुष् प्लस् तिः ष्टुत्वा. नेक्स्ट्. म्यूट् भवतु.
वदामि वा?
मी ओन्ली ना मैडम?
वदामि वा?
वदतु, कृपया वदतु.
सज्ज प्लस जनः सज्जनः जस्तु सन्धि.
सत् प्लस जनः सद्जनः
सज्जनः
Shtutva Sandhi it is.
How is it Jashtva?
And Chutwa also.
There is a dakar.
Chutwa also. Chutwa also. Jashtva and Chutwa.
अत्र जस्त्व नास्ति, Shtutva Sandhi अस्ति.
Sorry.
न उक्तवान्.
Sorry.
First it is Jashtva Sandhi and then Chutva Sandhi.
No. Jashtva, I have not given Sat. I have given Sad. So there is, the Jashtva has already happened, okay? So please be careful.
Yes,
Jashtva has already happened. It has become Sad because of Jashtva. The Bhagini who told the Jashtva, no Bhagini, this is not Jashtva. Here, it has already become the. And then there is a Chavarga. So Tavarga, Pare Chavarga asti, that will change to Chavarga. So it becomes Sajjanaha. So it is Chutva directly. Okay? Mahodaya, you wanted to answer.
वदामि वा? कृष् योगनः it is कृष्णः it is Shtutva Sandhi.
उत्तमम्.
नमस्कारः मान्ये. अप् प्लस जः अब्जः अस्ति वा? अब्जः
changing to?
Pa is changing to ba. Tritiya. So Jashtva Sandhi.
Uttam.
Jashtva Sandhi. धन्यवादः महोदय.
अहं महोदय.
वदतु
मनश्चञ्चल ष्टुत्व सन्धि.
उत्तमम्.
बृहत् प्लस डमरु. बृहत् डमरु. Ta is replaced by da. So Brihad Damaru is started Shtutva Sandhi.
Uttamam. Pratamaha jashtvam bhavati, anantaram shtutvam bhavati. It becomes Bruhad Damaruhu and then Bruhad Damaruhu. But the answer you can give is Bruhad Damaru Shtutva. Uttamam Bhagini.
Yes, ma'am. Namaste, ma'am. Vidyut Deepaha. Vidyut Deepaha. Takara becomes just the Sandhi, ma'am.
Vidyut Deepaha with a double da. Uttamam. Next.
Dhanin plus Jayaha, Dhaninjayaha, Schutva Sandhi.
Nakara changes to what, Bhagini?
Nakara changes to Nya, the same Varga as the following Ja.
Uttamam. Next.
Bhagini. Shuddha. Shuddh plus dha. It is same like buddhi.
Uttamam. Yes. That first dha changes to what?
The. No, it becomes the.
Small the. Alpa prana.
Yeah, alpa prana. The.
Yes.
Buddhi. Just.
Yes, ma'am. Dukh plus Dham. Dukdham.
What changes to what, Bhagini?
Yeah. Gha changes to Ga. It is Jashtva Sandhi.
Uttamam. These are all the examples of the fourth letter changing to the third letter.
Third one.
Next. Next, please. Let's finish it fast. Savita Bhagini, next. Oh, is she trying to talk? Okay, sorry. Okay, move on, Bhagini.
Vapus Shodashi. Is this Shtutva Sandhi?
What changes to what?
Sakar changes to Shakar. So it's a double. Okay.
Yes, Uttamam. All of them very well. Few people, if you have not understood, please go through all the recordings, find out what Jashtva, Shtutva are, and then come back and do this. I'm sure you'll be able to crack it. Okay. So now let's go on to the next Sandhi. It's called Parasavarna Sandhi. Sutramasti Anuswarasya Yai Parasavarna. Sorry, Parasavarna it is. Mistake. Parasavarna. Adhyayaha Asti 8. Padaha 4. 58th Sutra. Anuswarasya Yai Parasavarnaha. Anuswarasya Sthane Parasya Savarnaha Yai Pare is the explanation. Let's see what it is. Anuswarasya is Anuswara Pada Shashti Vibhakti, right? Anuswarasya. So once we see Shashti Vibhakti, we will make out that that is the Sthani. What's the Sthani? It is the one that will get replaced. Asya Sthane, something else will come. Yai Pare. It's a Yai. Anasyarasya Yai. That is Yai. What is Yai? Yai is a Pratyahara. What is a Pratyahara? Go back to the first class and see the recording if you don't know what is a Pratyahara. So, Yai Pratyaharasya Saptami Vibhakti Yai Bhavati. Saptami Vibhakti means that which should be next to it. Pare Bhavitavyam. This should be following it. Following Anuswara. It is Anuswara. Then what happens? Parasavarnaha. Parasavarnaha is a Parasavarnasya Pratama Vibhakti Ekavachana. Here it should be Parasavarnaha. I will change. So, Pratama Vibhakti. So, what do you mean by Pratama Vibhakti? That means this is going to be the Adeshaha. This is going to replace. So, this will replace what? The Sthani. What is it? Anuswara. So, Parasavarna will replace Anuswara when Yai. When there is a Yai in front of it. This is what is they're trying to say. What? Yai. When there is Yai in front of Anuswara, Anuswara will get replaced by Parasavarna. I know you have not understood anything. Let's see individually. We know what Anuswara is. It is the Ayoga Vahaha. Aha. Is the Anuswara. Yai, we know, if you go back to Pratyahara and collect all the aksharas in the yai, that is, which starts with ya and ends with ya, you will get all these. If you get, or if you look at it carefully, you will come to know that it is Vargiya Vyanjanani plus ya, va, ra, la. Here in the textbook, here they would have given it as Vargiya Vyanjanani. No, they would have given it as Vyanjanani minus Shasha Saha. But this is also Vargiya Vyanjanani plus Yara Lava is the same as all the Vyanjanas minus Shasha Saha, right? So this is another way. Vargiya Vyanjanani plus Yara Lava. So Yai is this. Parasavarnaha. What do you mean by Parasavarnaha? It means Parasya Varnasya Savarna. Parasya Varnasya. So now we know that Anuswara is there. After that, Yai is there, and something will replace Anuswara. Okay, we don't know what that something is. So Parasavarna, what is a para akshara here? Anuswara is there, Yai is there. So para akshara is that Yai. So what is that Yai? Vargiya Vyanjanani and Yara Lava. So Parasya Varnasya, in this Savarna. Savarna means something similar. Something similar to what? Something similar to Anuswara. That means Anuswara is there, Yai is there. Now, something which is there in Yai, similar to Anuswara, will replace Anuswara. So, what do you explain? How do you explain that similarity? So, the Sadrishatam. So, it's called Anyatar Antaratamyat. Antaratamyat means they will compare a lot of features of it, lot of characteristics of it. Like for example, these are all not important. Don't bother too much. Don't ask too many questions on this. I'm just giving you extra information. So they will be comparing No, I wanted to tell you all this because look at how logical, how beautiful it is, the language. So Uchcharana Sthanam, Abhyantara Prayatnaha, Bahya Prayatnaha, all these are compared, and then a Savarna is chosen, and then that will replace it. It's not some random Akshara coming and sitting and replacing this. No, they would have done all this. The Pasha is so beautiful. So, comparing all this, what they have found, Savarna to what? Anuswara. Now let's find out what Anuswara is. If you go back to what I had given the definition for sthana and all that, like kantyaha was kakha, gaganya and visarga. If you find out, if you go to that slide, you will find out that Anuswara was Nasika Varna. Sthani Anuswara is a Nasika Varna. So having this in mind, comparing the features of all this Vargiya Vyanjanani, they were found out that Varga Panchamaha is very similar to Anuswara. Varga Panchamaha will be Anuswara, same characteristics, having the same characteristics. So what happens when there is Vargiya Vyanjana following by a Anuswara, then that Varga's Panchama Akshara will replace the Anuswara because there is similarities. The fifth letter is also Nasika, Anuswara is also Nasika. So the fifth letter will replace the Anuswara if there is a Vargiya Vyanjana. Now what about Avargiya Vyanjana where there are these four letters, right? Here, Ra, Lava. Here, Ra I have put in red because there are Ati Viralaha Eva. There are like no examples for it. Or you can also say there is a no similar Anunasika Rupa of Ra. So Ya, Va, La have their own Anunasika Rupa. Ya, Va, La has Ya, Va, La, which will have a nasal accent to it. So when these three come, then the Adesha Akshara will be the corresponding Anunasika Varga. So when there is a Vargiya Vyanjana, you will have its fifth letter coming in place of Anuswara. When if there is a Ya, Lava, you will have its corresponding nasal Akshara. That is Ya, Va, La. That is what is called Parasavarna. Anuswarasya Vargiya Vyanjaneshu Pareshu. If the Anuswara has a Vargiya Vyanjana in front of it, Tadvargasya Panchamo Varnaha Adesho Bhavati. That Varga's Panchama letter, that is the last, Nya, Nya, Na, Na, Ma. that will be adesha when there is a vargiya vyanjana. If yavala pare yavala adesha bhavati. If there is a yavala, because ya also means vargiya vyanjana plus yavala. Ra is taken out, ra is not considered. So yavala pare yavala adesha bhavati. So the single statement would be anuswara plus yai. Yai is what? Vargiya vyanjana plus yalava. If this combination is there, then anuswara will either be replaced by varga panchamaha if it is coming from vargiya vyanjana, or yavala if it is coming from yalava. Understood so far?
Yes. For this example, sallapaha, correct?
Huh?
For this example, sallapaha, correct?
Please don't jump to conclusion. I mean, examples. I will be going slide by slide. That's why I asked you if you have any doubts so far. Let's not jump to. Okay. Any other questions? No doubts still here, right? Okay. Let me just. Okay. Now what I have told. See, in your textbook, they have given it as two. They have just said padante asti chet vikalpena bhavati, padamadhye asti chet, it will be mandatory, right? That is one rule that is given there as point number 1. Now whatever I said, whatever has explained, I explained till now is a compulsory one. See, till now whatever sandhi we have studied, jash, shtutva and anunasika, they are all compulsory sandhis. Even this, what we studied, is a compulsory sandhi. How we know? We will come to know. How we know whether it is compulsory or not? We will come to know. Okay, so now what we studied, just now what we studied, that anuswara plus yai will be replaced by varga panchamaha or yavala is a compulsory sandhi. This is happening in padamadhye. So this sutram is padamadhye. Whatever word is being formed, it is not a word at all, it is being formed. So inside a word, it is a compulsory sandhi, nityam bhavati. Then there is a sutra right next to it, which has the sutra is va padantasya. That's all is a sutra. Va padantasya. What we have to do is anuswarasya yai parasavarnaha, which we studied till now, has to be brought back to this sutra. Anuvartate. I told you, whatever is taken from the previous sutra, he has made it like that so that it is very concise and compact. So we will have to take all this. This gets repeated in this sutra. So what does it become? Va padantasya anuswarasya yai parasavarnaha. So anuswarasya yai parasavarnaha will remain the same. That means the thing, whatever I was getting adesha, varga panchamaha and yavala will remain the same. There's only one extra thing. What does it say? Va padantasya. Padantasya means understood. When it is there in the pada anta, if it is there in the end of the, what is there at the end of the pada? What? Anuswara. If anuswara is there pada madhye, then this sutra, this sandhi is compulsory. If it is there at the padante, at the end of a pada, va. Va means optional. Va is the term that says the sandhi is optional. Okay, so that is why they have given it as 2 points in a textbook. Padamadhye asti chet, this will be nityam. Padante asti chet, this will be vikalpena. If it is at the end of the word, then it is optional. If it is in the center, in a word, it is happening inside a word while forming a word, then it has to be mandatory. So this is, see, if this is 58, this is 59 sutra. 59 sutra. So that is why the entire thing is brought back from that sutra. So va padantasya becomes vikalpena. This is nityam. So okay, sure. So pada madhye, when the sandhi is happening while the word is being formed, that is, when there is an option for the sandhi inside a word, then it has to be mandatory. Nityam bhavati. That is a sutra which was explained till now. So there is another sutra right next to it, sutra number 59, where the entire sutra, the sutra just says va padantasya, but the entire sutra of the previous sutra will get repeated here. Anuvartati. So it becomes va padantasya anuswarasya yai parasavarnaha. That means padantasya asti chet. Kim asti? Anuswaraha. Padantasya anuswaraha asti chet. The entire thing, anuswarasya yai parasavarna, this adhyata sandhi will be va. Va means optional. So va in the sutra means optional. So this sutra, Panini himself is telling this is optional. So what happens when I say this is optional? I told you there is one this one which I told you where the sandhi is compulsory. I had told you in samasa it's compulsory, in dhatu upasarga it's compulsory, and anybody else remembers? Padamadhya it is compulsory. So where it's optional? Anybody remembers?
Padante.
No, not padante. Vakya. In a sentence that is obviously padante between words, then it is optional. So here when he says, when Panini himself is putting va here in the sutra, then this overrules that. Okay, this is given precedence. Though I said samase it has to happen, but when Panini is saying this sandhi is va, the sutra is saying va, that means Parasavarna sandhi, even in case of samasa and upasarga, will be optional. Understood? Initially, I told it is compulsory everywhere, and it is compulsory everywhere. But in the sutra definition itself, if there is a va saying that this sandhi is optional, this will override that rule. Understood?
ಎಸ್ ಭಗಿನಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಗೆ ಒಂದು ಅನುಸ್ವಾರ ಸಂಧಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ಈ ಪದಾಂತ ಅನುಸ್ವಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಅನುಸ್ವಾರ ಸಂಧಿ ಹಾಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ, ಆಪ್ಷನಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಪರಸವರ್ಣ ಸಂಧಿನೂ ಆಗ್ಬೋದಾ? ಆ ಕೇಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆತರ
ಅದೇ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ. ಸಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಅನುಸ್ವಾರ ಸಂಧಿ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಮಕಾರ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಟು ಅನುಸ್ವಾರ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ next this is there is one more thing I want to one Bhagini was asking Purva Savarna Sandhi, right? There is another Sandhi which you will have to learn, that is Purva Savarna Sandhi. You might get confused between Parasavarna and Purva Savarna, though the definitions are really different. But the hesr in the similarity in the name you might tend to get confused. So what you always associate Parasavarna with Anuswara. Parasavarna will happen immediately after Anuswara. So this is always associated with Anuswara. Have that in mind. Okay. Let's just check. This is a sutra explanation. I'll go back. Let's check another slide and then ask me doubts. Okay. So this was a sutra. I told you there are two sutras here. One for the one which is mandatory and one for vikalpa. This is the one, that is why they have given it in your textbook that padante it is optional, padamadhya it is mandatory.
ವೇದ ಒಳಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಲ್ರಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್? ವೇದ ಒಳಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ಅಂತೀವಿ ನಾವು ವೇದ.
Okay. I don't know much about Veda, Bhagini. Thank you. Anuswara sandhi. Anuswarasya vyargiya vyanjaneshu pareshu tadvargasya panchamaha varnaha adeshaha bhavati. So now we have understood what it means. If there is an anuswara followed by a vargiya vyanjana, then anuswara will be replaced by it. That vargas panchamaha varna. Yavale pare yavala adeshaha bhavati. If there is yavala, then the corresponding anunasika akshara will be coming in. So anuswaraha plus vyanjanani, vargiya vyanjanani or yavala, you have paravarnasya vargasya panchama varnaha. See, we are taking paravarnasya vargasya because the first one is anuswara. It doesn't have any hindila mundila antaralla hage, but this one has entire varga. It will have prathama akshara, dvitiya akshara and all that. So we are taking the, what is adeshaha? This one. Not usually we take this one, jashtva and all. The vargada chutva also, tavargasya is tavarga will get changed to the corresponding chavarga. Over here we are considering the next words panchama varna. That is why it's called Parasavarna. Paravarnasya Savarna is Adesha. That's why the name Parasavarna Sandhi. So Anuswara is going out. Paravarnasya Vargasya Panchama Varna is coming in. Let's see. Okay. Explain Anuswara. See here you have entire Vargiya Vyanjanani and Ya Lava. For this Kavarga, last letter of Ka Varga. For Chavarga, last letter, Panchama Varna of that Varga. Tavarga Kana, Tavarga Kana, Pavarga Kama. All these gets Adesha. In case there is a Vargiya Vyanjana, any of this, either Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha, Nya, any one of this comes, it will get changed to Nya. Here also pa, pa, ba, bha, ma. Any of them can come. That will get changed to ma. Here it is corresponding. Ya gets changed to ya. La gets changed to la. Va gets changed to va. Let's look at some examples. You will know. Okay. I'll explain this again. Kutra nityam bhavati. Kutra vikalpena. This we have already known, but still there are other two cases which I want you to understand. Padasya madhye parasavarnaha sandhihi nityah bhavati. I told you if it is in a word. Padante vikalpena bhavati. If it is at the end of the word, then it is optional. Upasarge samasecha vikalpena bhavati. I told you this is overruling because it is a va. Because of the presence of va in the sutra, upasarge samase, where it was nitya for a sandhi definition, here it becomes optional. Let's look at the how. Somebody was asking, how do you make? See, plus kita, kita. These are not words. They are while in the process of forming a word, these are all some pratyaharas or whatever. So, plus kita, it is they are making a word, so it's not yet a word, so it is pada madhye. So, padasya madhye parasavarnaha nityam bhavati. It's mandatory. That means it has to be ankita. There has to be a parasavarna taking place, and anuswara has to be changed to the fifth varna, that is ankita ne agbeku. Ankita is wrong. Ashuddham. Only this has to be written. You cannot write ankita like this with the anuswara because it is inside a pada. Okay. Kampate. So, kampate we know is a word. So, this, while the kampate word is getting formed, this is the final stage. There is something has changed, makara, I don't know what was there. So, eventually we've got ka with an anuswara and pate. So, here you cannot keep it as just like that, saying that I will not do parasavarna. No, you have to do a parasavarna here and make it kampate. Why makara? Because there is a pa and the fifth letter of pa varga is pa pa ba ba ma. Therefore, anuswara is replaced by makara. So, kampate only and not the one with the anuswara. This is ashuddham. Tateva shuddham. Shanka. So, sham and ka. This also is word within a word. Therefore, shanka is only right and shamka is wrong. You cannot use these words because it's inside a word, and inside a word parasavarna is compulsory, is mandatory. What about padante vikalpena? For example, nadim tarati. Nadim, nadiyannu datidanu. That nadim, here there is an anuswara. Here you can write it as nadim tarati. Why nakara? Because ta is there. Ta, ta, da, da, na. Fifth letter of the varga is na. So when you join it, when you make a sandhi, it becomes nadin tarati. But you may opt not to make a sandhi because it is at the end of a word. Mahodaya asks, see, you can make out that it is a end of the word. Here you can make out it is not. Okay. Nadin tarati. You can just leave it like that or make a sandhi. Both of them are right. But in your exam, if they ask you to make a sandhi, please don't leave it like that saying this sandhi is optional. Please make a sandhi. Okay. Patam patati. Here also pa, papa, baba, ma. So patam patati is also right. Patam patati without the sandhi is also right because they're all padante. Dhanam labate, dhanan labate. There here dhanam and there is a lakara. Lakara will have the nasal la as the adesha. So, dhanal labate. There is one small correction that I want you to make, which I'm not able to make here because of the typing on my laptop, the font. the Chandrabindu should be on the top of Lakara because that is the one which is having the nasal accent. The half La. See, Makara is replaced by Chandrabindu Lakara. So the Chandrabindu while writing, please put it here, not here. So Dhanam Labhate, Dhanam Labhate, both are right. Next, Upasarge Vikalpena Bhavati. I told you about Upasargas getting added, but here I think all of you know that what a list of Upasarga, right? Pra, Prati, whatever, the whole list. There are some 21 Upasargas, right? So this is the only Upasarga. Sam is the only Upasarga which has Makara at the ending. And here in Parasavarna, we are only interested with something that has Makara in the ending, which will change to Anuswara because of Anuswara Sandhi or whatever. So, Makara yaudralidyo adan matra consider marteve. Yakendre bere ella will not have a Makara ending, and obviously Parasavarna cannot take place there. So, the only Upasarga that has Makara in the ending is Sam. So, we will only consider that as, and that is an Avyaya, obviously. So, you may ask, how is it? It's still, it is in the formation of a Pada and all. No, this is considered an Avyaya. Upasargas are Avyaya, right? So, it is a Pada. So, it is as good as saying Padante only. But it is a special case. You can put it in a Padante, or just for explanation purpose, I've taken it as Sam. So, Sam Yogaha, here also it becomes optional. It can be Sanyogaha or Samyogaha. Both are correct. Sanyogaha, here also please put the Chandrabindu above the half Yakara. Samvadaha, Samvadaha or Samvadaha, both are right. Samkhya, see, if you notice, it's all Sam because as I told you, there is only Sam which has a Makara ending. So, Sankhya is Sankhya or Samkhya, both are correct. Next, Samasa, again it becomes optional. So, these two which was mandatory in the definition of a Sandhi in general has become optional here because of the sutra having Va. Okay. Bhayam plus Karota. Bhayam plus Karoti Bhayankaraha. Karotaha, I'm not sure, I'll just check this. Bhayankaraha is Bhayam plus Karaha. Bhayam Karoti iti Bhayankaraha Samastapadam asti. So I think it is Bhayam Karoti. Bhayam Karoti Bhayankaraha. Bhayankaraha also, it is optional. You can either put that is a fifth letter, or Shatrum Jaya, Shatrin Makara changing to Panchama Varga or remaining as a Anuswara, both are right. So we know that only at Pada Madhye there will be like Shanka, Amsha and all. It has to be mandatory. Everywhere else, Padante, Upasarge, Samase, Vikalpena Bhavati. Understood till now? Anyone has any doubt?
Yes, one doubt.
Mane, first one you mean to say Sanyogaha, like I cannot say Samyogaha.
You can. No, this Samyogaha, you have not made this Parasavarna Sandhi, that's all. If you want the Parasavarna to happen, it becomes Sanyogaha, or you can leave it as it is, says with an Anuswara, without Parasavarna happening. Because Parasavarna is an optional Sandhi when there is an Upasarga.
Okay, so out of 22 Upasargas, only some with some these can be can happen.
This Parasavarna can happen, yes.
Okay, thank you.
You given examples of some Upasarga here. So the word Sandhi also is with this Upasarga Sam only, or it's a different word?
I don't think so. I am not sure, Mahodaya.
Oh.
Sandhi. I don't think, because we cannot, I don't think we write it with a Anuswara, right? Sandhi is always written with a, so I think it is Padamadhye.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Bhagini, ya va la when it comes, half ya or half va again we added. Why is that?
Because Anuswara is changing it to that. See,
Chandrabindu will come, right?
let me finish. If there is a kavarga, kaka gaga nya idre, and anuswara is followed by kaka gaga nya, that anuswara will get replaced with nya, the fifth letter. If it is chacha jajanya, it will get replaced with nya. Tata dadana, anuswara gets replaced with na. But the condition yai will also have yavala. So yavala also can come. So like for example here only, there is an anuswara and there is a va coming here. So va can also come. So when the va comes, so in Vargiya Vyanjana, I told you it is a fifth letter. But these are Avargiya Vyanjana. There is no actual first letter, second letter or anything. So we will have to have its similar component. What is a similar component for yavala? Yavala has a nasal yavala also. So we will consider that nasal because it has the anuna, that is more similar to the nasal anuswara. In nasal anuswara and ya or ya, if you take, see, ya has two, ya and ya. And I am comparing it with the anuswara, which is nasal. More familiarity for me is found with ya, with a nasal accent and not ya. So whenever anuswara is facing va, anuswara will get replaced with the chandrabindu va. That is why I have gotten rid of this anuswara here, and you see that chandrabindu va and half va. Instead of anuswara, these two are the va with the chandrabindu is coming. Understood?
Yeah, thank you, Bhagini. Understood.
I have a doubt, madam.
Yeah.
Padante and Padamade, this all are coming in middle only, no, madam? Bhayankar, Chatrunya.
Yeah, because Padamadde is while the formation of, see here, some yoga, some is considered a pada, yoga is considered a pada. Whereas if I take shaha, plus shaha, is not a pada, shaha is not a pada. Okay, there are some whatever pratyayava. I am also not really into that. I don't know so much as to what each is called. Okay, sometimes they'll start and keep adding pratyaharas. And see, I told you, no, even with the Rama pada that we start off with, that itself is not a ready-made pada. It has been formed. Every pada has been formed with a dhatu. Ram dhatu say it will happen. Rama pada comes. So while Rama pada is happening, lot of processing is going on. So while that processing is happening, there could be two entities. I'll call it entities because they are not padas. The pada is not yet formed. It is completely not pada. So two entities. First entity is having anuswara. The second entity is something else. Like shaha. Is first. Shaha is second. Is not a pada. Shaha is not a pada. They combine together forming shaha. Now shaha is a pada. Okay. So why?
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt, ma'am. See, here we'll accept how it is taught, ma'am. But in exam, how do we recognize whether it is Padante or Padamadhye?
You can make out a little bit. Amshaha, you know, right? The beginning, you can make out Sankhya, Amshaha. Some, I've told you some, whenever there is some, that means Upasarga. It is only the familiarity. You have to read a lot. You have to get familiarized a lot of words. It's only through practice, Bhagini. There's no ready-made thing like, this is a word, this is not a word. It's just that you will have to keep reading a lot, getting acquainted with a lot of words. It's called Vyutpatti. Vyutpatti is like the etymology, like how a word is derived. So more and more you study about a word, more familiar you become. Exam, don't worry much because I will give you easy ones only.
One more question. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂಯೋಗ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ವಾ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನೇಸಲ್ ಇದ್ದೇ ಇದೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಒತ್ತು?
ನೇಸಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದು. Some has become anuswara. Anuswara becoming nasal only as Parasavarna Sandhi. See, first it will be Makara. Makara changes to Anuswara with Anuswara Sandhi. Anuswara changing to its nasal component itself. You see?
Okay, then you have added ya, double ya is there, no? Ya, some yoga, some vadaha. Why that?
I told you just now. Maya Uktam Bhagini. Some Bhagini asked the same question just now. The Anuswara is changing to Yakara because there is a ya vala. Whenever there is a ya vala, anybody else will explain? I have taught this twice. Somebody would have understood, I feel. So anybody else, please do.
See, when it is ya, va, la, ya has got anunasika equivalent of ya with Ardha Chandrakara. Like ta has got, ta varga has got anunasika na, ya has got along with Ardha Chandrakara ya as the anunasika equivalent. So when the way, if there is ta, then that varga's anunasika na comes in, the anuswara changes to na, which is the anunasika of that ta varga, if there is ta. Similarly, if there is ya as the first word of this first letter of the second word, the anuswara will change to the equivalent of ya's anunasika, which is Ardha Chandrakara Sahita ya. So sa plus Ardha Chandrakara Sahita ya plus ya. So that is what becomes Samyoga.
That is a double ya. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm sorry.
No, please don't be sorry, please. Listen, Bhagini, look at these two examples. This is where the Sandhi has not been made. Okay, you still see the Anuswara, right? Samyogaha, you see the Anuswara. That means Parasavarna, Sandhi has not, it's just the joining of Sam with Yoga, Samyogaha.
Yes,
Whereas look at this, the Sandhi has been made. That means Anuswara is not seen. Instead of Anuswara, Ya with the Chandra Bindu has come into place. Why? Because Ya's Anuswara complement is this. So Anuswara has changed to Ya plus this. So this part is this, with the Sandhi, this is without Sandhi. So why I'm saying put both as a correct, because whenever there is upasarga, then this is vikalpena bhavati. It means it is optional. So this is with Sandhi, this is without Sandhi.
Yeah, right.
Both are correct. Understood?
Yeah. Well, I was doubtful about the spelling, which double ya was there, no? So now I got it clarified.
You understand? No, it's fine. You have to ask questions. Otherwise, please don't move on with the doubts. Okay.
Vargiya Vyanjanani has an Anunasika. Avargiya Vyanjanani has a Chandrabindu.
Yes. Yavala. Only, no, you can't say Avargiya Vyanjana. Only Yavala are considered
only Yavala. Yavala are Avargiya, that is why.
Yes. Uttam. Hope anybody has any doubt? Clear your doubts now. Absolutely no
one doubt.
ಭಗಿನಿ ಭಯಂ ಕರೋತಃ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ ಭಯಂಕರಃ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ರಿ ಕರಹನೇ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಭಯಂ
ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಸಮಸ್ತ ಪದ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಸಮಸ್ತ ಭಯಂ ಕರೋತಿ ಇತಿ ಭಯಂಕರಃ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕರೋತಿ, ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ. ಸೊ ಸಮಸ್ತ ಪದ ಇಸ್ ಇದು ಸಂಧಿ ಆ ತರ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಭಯಂ ಕರೋತಿ ಸಹ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಭಯಂಕರಃ.
ಓಕೆ
ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಕರೋತಿ.
करोति. ओके, थैंक यू.
भगिनी, र से क्या होता है? यदा
कुछ भी नहीं होता है. मैंने कह दिया ना, र से कुछ भी नहीं होता है, because र doesn't have a nasal, and r there are not many examples. Either because of there are no examples, or because r doesn't have a nasal, so it is not considered in Parasavarna.
र ही रहता है. पहले अनुस्वार आ जाता है तो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता.
हाँ,
धन्यवाद.
Both you have written optional, no? Like upasarge vikalpen bhavanti optional, and samasta samasta padante vikalpena bhavati, that is also optional.
Yes. That is why both are correct. With the Sandhi, without the Sandhi. Here also, see, Bayam Kara, this will be Bayam Karaha with Anuswara. This is also correct. If you make the Sandhi and put it to Panchama Varga Varna there, that is also correct. So here also it's optional, here also optional. Whereas, Pada Madhye, it is mandatory. This is the only place where it's mandatory. See, if you look at your textbook, I'm trying to explain. Can you go to chapter 3? If you have your textbooks.
Bhagini.
Say there, Parasavarna, there's rule number 1. I'm having an English textbook, whatever textbook you have. When an Anuswara is followed by consonants other than sh, sh, sa, ha, that means I can say Vargiya Vyanjana plus Yara Lava. It's replaced by the 5th letter. When the Anuswara is the end of the word, the Sandhi is optional. That's what they've given. So this is, I am trying to explain the whole thing with the sutra and with examples. Okay, so if it is in the, if you do the Parasavarna examples that is in the textbook, then you will find out. See, in a textbook, obviously everywhere you have to make a sandhi. Everything is, it seems as if sandhi is happening everywhere, but Padamadhye only it is mandatory, otherwise it is optional. That's what I'm trying to say. See here, Ankitaha, this is a pada. So here you can't, see, I have not written both are okay. I have written only this is okay. This is not okay. You can't write Kampate with the Anuswara. You have to write Kampate with the Makara. Okay, all others, Padante, Samase and Upasarge, there it is optional. Understood, Bhagini?
Only one doubt I have. If these examples with the ya, va, la, we have seen only with the upasarga sa, sam.
Yeah.
So if there are any examples otherwise also where ya, va, la are the first letter of the second word, if you can just see that also, it will be helpful.
It will change, yes.
So there also, if it's end of the, with that ya, va, la coming in the middle of the word as well as two words, Padamadhye, Padante, if examples can be given, it will be helpful.
Let me find out.
Later also.
Sure. Not right now, yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's look at some examples. This will be more clear to you now. Aham karomi. Okay. Yeah. Aham karomi. Aham, this has an anuswara. Karomi, which has a kavarga. Kavarga ka, so it falls under Vargiya Vyanjana. Anuswara has a Vargiya Vyanjana. So Parasavarnaha Bhavitum Arhati. There can be a Parasavarna which can take place. Now let's consider what will happen if the Sandhi is to take place. So Makara will change to Parasya Varnasya Panchama Varnaha. So Anuswara will change to Kavargasya Panchama Varnaha, that is Kakha. So Anuswara changes to Nya. So Ahankaromi. It will be, if you intend to make a Sandhi, that means if you intend to join these two, Samhita Krutva, if you want to make a Sandhi, it will be Ahankaromi, because Manuswara has changed to the Panchama Varna of Kavarga. If you do not want to change also, it is fine. Can anybody say why it is okay not to make a Sandhi?
Padante.
Yes, it is Padante. So that is why I have written Ahankaromi or Ahamkaromi, because it is Padante. It is at the end of the, what is at the end? Anuswara is at the end of the Pada. So Padante Vikalpena Bhavati. Therefore, Ahankaromi is also fine. Ahamkaromi is also fine. But in the exam, please just finish with this. Don't try to write this. Okay?
Let me see if you have aham vadami, aham yachami. In those cases also.
Yes. Aham vadami. Yes.
Aham vadami,
there will be the nasal va there.
Nasal va, nasal ya, if it is aham yachami.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Next, this is with the upasarga. Sampadayati, sam ma, because papa baba ma. Fifth letter of pavarga is ma. So anuswara changes to makara. Therefore, sampadayati. Again, this is optional. Why? Anybody say?
Upasarga.
Yes, upasarga. Next, sam plus lapaha. See, sam lapaha. Here, la. Bhagini, who was asking why there is a Chandra Bindu, see, this explains it properly. Sam has an Anuswara, Lakara. See here, some, it was changing to the fifth letter of Kavarga. Okay, because the definition says so. Vargasya Vargya Vyanjanam asti say Paravarnasya Varga Panchamaha Bhavati. Because there is a Lakara. Lakara doesn't have, it doesn't belong to any Varga, it doesn't have a fifth Akshara. So what should it be? It has its own Anunasika complement, that is La with a Chandra Bindu. So when there is Ya, Va, La in front of Anuswara, Lya va la changes to its anunasika component, that is la changes to lakara with a chandra bindu. So it becomes sanlapaha. Sanlapaha, that's how it's pronounced. Sanlapaha. Or samlapaha is also correct. Why is it also correct? Because sandhi has not happened. Since the sandhi is optional, if the sandhi happens, it will be sanlapaha. If the sandhi doesn't happen, it will be just samlap. It is just a fusion of someone lapaha. So it is here also it's optional because of the upasarga sam. Same with samvatsaraha. Because there is here it was la, here there is va. So va changes to chandrabindu vakara, samvatsaraha or samvatsaraha because it is a upasarga. Anandaha. See, anam plus daha. You can make out that these two are not words. Okay, you can make out that they are not separate words. This seems to be like one pratyahara, just a single letter with aha and all that. So the more you get acquainted with the words, get familiarized with many words and its vitpatti, you will make out which is a pratyahara. You may not know what pratyahara, why it's getting added, but you can generally make out that it is happening inside a word. So anam. Pratyaya, sorry, pratyaya. Okay. Anan, here anuswara is getting changed to nakara because there is a tavarga letter the here, tata da na, it changes to na. So anandaha. So here you don't have an option saying it can have anandaha with the anuswara. No, because it is padamadhye, so it is mandatory. Same with kantakam. Kantakam, you can make out it is in the formation of a word, kantakam. So here anuswara changes to na, that is the fifth letter of ta. It becomes kantakam. So there is no option here, it's mandatory. Ingita, ingitaha. See, if you can, the more and more you examples you see, you can make out that it is happening padamadhye. Ingitaha, ga 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 ganya. So it changes to nya. So ingitaha, there is no option because all these are padamadhye. Samyamaha, again there is an upasarga example with a yakara. So sanyamaha or samyamaha, since it's upasarga, it is vikalpena. Okay, understood till now? Understood?
Manya, but the pronunciation will be different. I'm sorry to.
Yes, I told you sanyamaha and samyamaha.
Samyamaha. So both are right.
Both are right.
Both
are right because this is the sandhi has not even been done, and you can afford not to make a sandhi with the parasavarna because there is a vikalpa condition.
Yes. Okay.
All the other sandhis that we have seen till now are nityameva. It has to be mandatory. Shtutva. Only first sandhi that we have come across, which is vikalpena, is parasavarna. That too padante, samase, and upasarge, not padamadhye.
Can you just help me to show that samvatsara once more?
Samvatsara. This one. Samvatsara. Sam is an upasarga ending with the anuswara. Vatsara. Okay, it starts with va. So there is an anuswara facing va. Anuswara, whenever it faces ya, va, la, if it is facing vargiya vyanjana, it will have its fifth letter. But if it is facing ya, va, la, it will change to ya, va, la correspondingly. So if there is a ya, it will change to ya, va change to va, la changes to va. So here there is a va. So anuswara will change to va with a chandrabindu, that is nasal. So sa, instead of anuswara, I am going to put that vakara with a chandrabindu. The chandrabindu, as I told you, this is font mistake. It has to come here. So vakara with a chandrabindu and then this vakara with a va. So samvatsaraha. So anuswara plus va is changing to this va and va. Anuswara is changing to va. So samvatsaraha, samvatsaraha.
Dhanyawadaha.
So let's do.
Ma'am, if it is tvam gachasi, will it be twang gachasi?
Yes. Gaganya na twang gachasi. Or twang gachasi. Yes, both are correct.
And tvam vadasi, will it be vav with a chandrabindu?
Yes. Tvam vadasi. Yes, you have understood well.
Okay.
Okay, let's do this exercise. Kim Shuddham, Purvam va, Uttaram Padam va, Ubayoho va. So I told you both are, in some cases both are right, some cases only one of them is right. Okay. Savita Bhagini, कृपया आह्वयतु भगिनि. Please answer fast. We don't have much time left.
Ma'am, I am traveling. Please excuse me.
हरि ओम. अहम ददामि. अहम ददामि. अहम ददामि. Both are correct.
Why?
Because this is like it's two words. This padante.
Uttamam Mahodaya. Next.
Bhagini. Yeah. Mundanam. Second one is correct, madam.
First one is
this
not?
One also correct. This one also correct, madam. Both are correct.
Both seem correct for you. It seemed correct to you, is it? Mundanam. Is it does it look like a pada?
Mundanam. Madam, second one is correct.
So first one is wrong?
I don't know, madam.
I ask a second question.
In
Yes, Bhagini, be confident.
Correct, madam.
Yes, you said it right. The second one is correct, yes. But why only the second is correct?
Madam, in this na will change, madam. This na.
No, yes, that. But why only the second? Why first is not correct?
I don't know, madam.
That is right.
Anybody else can tell? Yes, Padamadhya. It is. Mun doesn't seem to be a word, Bhagini. Danam also doesn't seem to be a word on its own. So it is Mundanam. While the forming of Mundanam, this Sandhi is happening. So it is not Pada, it is Padamadhya. So only the second one is correct. First one, Mundanam with Anuswara, Ashuddham Asti.
Okay, madam. Okay? Thank you.
Yes, next. Somebody asked this question.
Bhagini. Namaste, Bhagini.
There is a typo here. It should have been jealousy. I'll correct it. Yeah. Vadatu Bhagini.
Tvam jealousy. First one is correct. Second one is wrong.
Why?
Because why? Because that Chacha Jajana. No, both are correct, Bhagini. Both are correct.
Why both are correct?
Because the cha last varna is inja.
Correct. It has changed to na, but here nothing has happened. So why is it correct?
Nothing is happened. Why is correct? Because that Anuswara ma it is remains same.
Yes. Why? Why has it remained same?
Because the cha is
no, because it is Padamadhya. It is between two padas.
Padamadhya.
Okay, between two padas, Sandhi is optional. Here, there is no Sandhi taking place. It's just left as it is. That is why this is also correct, because the Sandhi is optional. Naan bekadre maantini, Sandhi bitre bittini. That's my choice. So that is why this is also correct. But Sandhi can happen also. When the Sandhi happens, this is a thing. It has to be Tvanchalasi. Tvanchalasi and Tvamchalasi both are correct because Padamadhya asti. Next.
Shantaha. Second one is correct.
Why? First one is
Padamadhya.
Uttamam. Next.
Madam, both are correct.
Why?
Some is upasargaha. That's why sangaha can be written like this. Or if sandhi is happened, then घ वर्गस्य अन्तिम अक्षर न अस्ति सङ्गः.
Yeah. Again, sorry, there is one mistake here. Both are correct. I'll correct all these and send the PDF. Okay. Next.
Panjaran. Second one is correct. First one is wrong.
Reason being?
Padamadhye nityam.
Uttamam. Next.
Yeah. Anshaha. Second one is correct. First one is wrong.
Why?
Padamadhye.
Yeah, this is one tricky thing I just introduced in between. Anybody else can tell why only the first one is right?
I thought both are correct, Manya, the moment I saw that. I don't know the reason.
But there is a different reason why only the first one is correct. If anybody can tell.
Upasarga.
The one who is telling Sha is not, it doesn't even fall into the category of Parasavarna, right?
Yes, Manya, sure.
So there is no chance of this becoming Amshaha. Because Parasavarna cannot take place because it is a Shakara. Shakara will never comply to the condition of a Parasavarna.
It's not a part of Yai.
Yes. Okay, next.
Bhagini, Shamita Bhagini, shall I ask you a doubt?
Yes.
When we write Amba, we'll write like the second one you wrote. How is it, man? Amba. When you write Amba, we'll write half yam.
We don't put that Anuswara, right?
Yeah, that's why. That's
you tell me why. You tell me why. Amba. We will only go with Makara. So when do you only go with Makara? When the Sandhi is compulsory, right? You have to make the Parasavarna Sandhi.
Okay.
When is it compulsory? Tell me, Bhagini, when is it compulsory?
Padamadhye.
So Am and Ba is not two separate words. They're getting to become a word. So that's why it has to be a...
Ma'am, how come you took the first one right? If it still one.
Which one?
If that, I mean Amshaha.
See, Amshaha, there is no Parasavarna aglik chance. There is a Shakara here.
Oh.
Okay, Shakara doesn't comply to the condition. What is the condition? Vargiya Vyanjana or Yavala.
Yeah, you are right. Thank you. Sorry. Thank
you. This was a tricky one I just put because I wanted to know if you people are alert. Okay. Next.
Namaste, Bhagini.
No.
Sampati, second one is correct, Bhagini.
What about the first one? What is Sam? Sam is Upasarga.
So Upasarga. Rendame correct, Bhagini.
So think. Take 2 minutes, 2 seconds. It's okay. Think at it. Yes. Next. Next.
Kunchita. Hello.
Bhagini, vadatu.
The second one is correct because kum is madhye.
Padamadhye अस्ति अतः
पदमध्ये अस्ति
सन्धिः भवितव्यमेव. Therefore, second is correct. Next.
Bhagini, I'm just trying to open it. Sankshepaha. Sam is Upasarga, and I think the first one is correct.
Upasarga means what?
I mean, both are correct.
Think for another 1 second and then you'll get the answer. Next.
Bhagini. Ma'am, I'm not able to see the
next
question.
column has not yet come, ma'am.
Yes,
it has
yes, it
come,
is
no?
not a.
You're not
It has
seeing.
come here.
You're not
And
getting
it
it.
is
It is
We have to do it.
Ganga.
Gum plus ga.
Ganga, right?
Ganga with anunasika, ma'am. Gum, ga,
Gagan.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is
Ganga.
not come. Sorry, so sorry. Yeah.
yes, ma'am. Second one is correct, ma'am. Ganga.
Why? Why? Give me the reason to.
Because padamadhye agachati.
Uttamam.
Atah.
Next.
Dhanyavad.
Yes, madam. Sandhya, both are correct, madam. Because some is an upasargam.
Uttamam. Next.
Yes, ma'am. One day, the second one is right.
Why?
Because it comes in between the word.
In the middle of a word.
Padamadhye.
Uttamam. Pamsuhu.
The first one is correct.
Why?
Because sir doesn't fall in the category.
Excellent. Excellent. I'm very happy. Impressed. Yes. Next.
Both are correct. Some upsargena saha asti atah.
Come on. Next.
The first one is correct. The sa is there. So it will not come. Okay.
Uttamam. You are making me so happy. Thank you, people. Next.
Dhanyavad.
Hamsaha, the first one is.
Hamsa is answered. Bhagini answered. It's all.
Okay, Bhayankaraha, both are correct.
Why?
See, Bhayam and Karaha, they are two separate padams. So you can use it this way or use the other way.
It is a part of samasa.
Samas, yeah.
Next.
Yes. Panktihi. The second one is correct because it is padamadhye.
Second one, padamadhye, what should happen? Padamadhye bhavati chet kim bhavitavyam? Sandhihi bhavitavyam.
Padamadhye nityam.
हाँ नित्यम अस्ति तो क्या होना चाहिए? Anuswara.
First one should be correct.
Yes, Anuswara should be replaced, right? Nitya means Anuswara should not be there.
Ka vargasya antima.
Anunasika. Pankti first one is correct.
Understood, Bhagini? No doubts now, no?
Yes.
Okay, next. Somebody asked this question, Amba.
Yes. First one is correct. First one is correct. Padamadhye nityam.
Uttam. Next. Oops, sorry. Next.
Ma'am, first one is correct. Simha.
First one is correct. Why?
Padamadhya, it's coming. That's
it. Just take a look. Yes. Ha is not there, Bhagini.
It's not a part of yai.
Whenever you have shosha, saha, no, watch out. It is not even part of the condition. So the sandhi cannot even take place. So it has to be the second one. Understood, Bhagini?
No, madam. Simha. Sim is not a padam. So sim, then is not a part of yara.
First main thing is whether the sandhi can take place, right? So what is a Parasavarna definition, Bhagini?
So it should belong to the fifth varga.
No. What is the condition? Is there. That is Anuswara is there. It has to be followed by what? Either Vargiya Vyanjana or Vargiya Vyanjana or
Yavala.
Yara nahi, Yavala.
Yavala. Okay.
So is it Yavala? What do you have?
It's her.
Then the sandhi cannot even take place.
Okay.
Understood now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So these things that I put here, Amsha, Hamsa and all, is just tricky ones. They will not even comply to this Parasavarna Sandhi. Okay?
Simha, Hingnu baribodu, bari idu onde baribeka.
Bari ide baribeko. Hamsaha, Simha and all, it has to have Anuswara. That is why, see, in your textbook, what is the condition given? Tell me. A consonant other than sha, sha, sa, ha they have given. So if you have a sha, sha, sa, ha, Parasavarna will not take place, cannot take place. The condition itself is not met. Okay, so there is no question of this ma coming in. Ma will come only if there is papa, baba, ma work, na? Not if there is a ha. Okay, understood?
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Now let's go to the another, that was Parasavarna Sandhi. If you noticed, there was a there. That was the first part of Parasavarna Sandhi. Now we'll go to the second part of Parasavarna Sandhi. That is called Torli. The sutram is called Torli. Torli itself is a sutram. So, but we will take Parasavarna from the previous sutram, and this sutra number is 60. So Parasavarna is brought in here, and the sutra now becomes Torli Parasavarnaha. So what is Torli? Toho li Torli. That means there is a Visargasya Refa happening. So Toho li Parasavarnaha is the sutram. Tavargasya lakare pare Parasavarnaha is the explanation given. This is a Nityam one. So Torli, that is the second part of Parasavarna, is also Nityam. Remember that. Now let's go into details. Toho here. Toho li Parasavarnaha, right? Toho is tu. Tu shabdasya shashti vibhakti. Like guruhu, guroho. Shashti vibhakti means sthani. That means that is going to get replaced. What is going to get replaced? Tu. What is tu? Tavarga. What is tavarga? Tatha dadhana. So tatha dadhana is going to get replaced. Li. Li is lakarasya saptami vibhakti. That means saptami means pare bhavitavyam. It's something that has to be in as a paravarna. So that means tu plus la. Tavarga plus la. What will happen? Something is going to replace sthani. That is tavarga. What will replace tavarga? Parasavarnaha. So Torli will get replaced with Parasavarnaha when it is facing lakara. So tu plus lakara will be replaced by Parasavarnaha. Now there we understood Parasavarna was Panchama Akshara of every Varga or Yavala with a nascent touch. But here what is Parasavarnaha? What is Parasavarna here? Lakara. What can be Savarna of Tata Dadana? La Savarna has to be there. In the Tata Dadana, something similar to La. So if you look at the Ucharana, all I told you, right? Antaratamyat. What is it? Tavarga is all Dantya. Ta-ta-da-da-na. Your tongue is touching the teeth. La is also Dantya. So they both follow under the same category. So what happens is ta-ta-da-da-na and La by itself are similar. So ta-ta-da-da-na will get replaced by La. But wait a minute. There is a ta-ta-da-da-na. The last letter of the ta-ta-da-da-na, that is na, is both Dantya and Anunasika. Right? It's got both features. So, as I told you before, Lakara also has another component which is got nasal touch. That is La. So, that complies more to the na. That is more familiar to na. So, what happens when you have a tavarga, ta-ta-da-dha-na, ta-tha, da-dha will get replaced with la, na will get replaced with la with a chandrabindu, because both are nasal also. Ta-tha, da-dha is that just dantya. It will get replaced with lakara, which is dantya. Na is dantya as well as anunasika, so it will get replaced with la, which is both dantya and anunasika. So tatha dadha, when it faces lakara, tatha dadha gets replaced with lakara. Na, when it faces lakara, will get replaced with lakara with the anunasika touch. La. Okay, tatha dadha will get replaced with lakara, la. Na will get replaced with la when all of them meet lakara. So tata dada plus la will tata dada will become la. That means there will be a doubling of la. La gets added. One lakara gets added. The tha dada will change to la. There is already one la, so there will be doubling of la. Nakara, when it faces na, there will be lakara with the chandra bindu. So what will happen? When chandra bindu lakara and lakara will be there. Let's see the examples, you will understand. Tat linaha.
No need of an anuswara over here.
We don't have an anuswara here. This is
There's no
torli.
need of an anuswara.
No. This is torli. It's called torli. Toho li. Okay, no anuswara here. But it is still a part of
Parasavarna. Okay.
Because why? Why? Because Parasavarna, again, Savarna of the Parasa is happening. See, there are so many Parasavarna, under Parasavarna Sandhis, there are so many Sandhis. We are only learning 2 of them. Okay. Why? Because why is it called Parasavarna? Parasya Varnasya Savarnaha is getting Adesha. See, Jashtva Sandhi is called Jashtva because Jashtva happened, it's called Jashtva Sandhi. Therefore, the naming of the Sandhi is depending on what is Adeshaha or Agamaha. So here what? Parasavarna Sandhi because Parasya Savarnasya Adeshaha Bhavati, Bhavishyati. Therefore, it is Parasavarna. So there are so many Sandhis where Parasya Savarnasya, something similar to Para is happening. So there are many Sandhis under Parasavarna. We will be learning only 2. Okay, first one was what I had explained there. This is totally is the second one. So ta plus there is a takara, there is a lakara. So I told you takara facing lakara, takara changes to lakara. So tat becomes tal, linaha. So tallinaha. So tatlinaha becomes tallinaha. And let's see one with a nakara. Mahan plus labaha. Nakara is facing lakara. Nakara will change to the dantya and anunasika of lakara, that is la. So mahan labaha. There is no na said pronounced here because na has gone. Mahan labaha becomes mahan labaha. Na changed to la. Any questions?
Just one question, ma'am. Tat linaha, does that not also separately qualify for a jashtva sandhi?
Yeah, actually, yes. It first, everything becomes the. Even if it, Jashtva I don't mention because nothing is mentioned in the textbook. Everything first changes to Jashtva. It becomes Taddilinaha, but the changes to la because it is still satisfying the Varga.
Okay.
Here also, yes, definitely there is a Jashtva happening first and then the Torli.
Okay.
महान लाभ चंद्रबिंदु सहित लकार तत् हलन्त्यम् अस्ति खलु तस्य संयोगः न भवति लकार.
No. How this and this? No, it will be separate like this. You can write it. This is a font.
पूर्वं वयं दृष्टवन्तः खलु यकारस्य चंद्रबिंदु.
Yeah, this is the font. Font, Mahodaya. It is la half. The font is giving me like this. If I try to put the Chandra Bindu on the top.
But it has to be like la joined with la, right?
Yes, and while writing, please join it, but put the Chandra Bindu here. Okay. That's what I wanted to do to show you, but as soon as I put the Chandra Bindu
on the earlier slide, when Sanyog was there, the Chandra Bindu was on top of sa, right? Yeah.
No, that is because when I try to put the Chandra Bindu here, this font is making it halant. When I try to put the Chandra Bindu here, then it will be proper. But the Chandra Bindu actually has to be on the top of the halantala.
Okay.
So this font is not allowing me to have both, having the Chandra Bindu on the first la. Okay. So please, while writing, write a half la and full la, but put the Chandra Bindu on the top of half la.
We can write the la one below the other and then put the Chandrabimba mani.
Yes, but usually la is while writing how do you write it? I usually write it next to each other.
But in text, like some places, it is like written.
Yes, I think it all depends on the font and the thing that they are using. But one thing you have to remember is the first la that is getting replaced has a Chandra Bindu, right? That is replacing na is a Chandra Bindu. So the first la, wherever you put it, if you are putting one below the other, that's the best thing. You don't even have to worry. Okay.
But should we have the halant? Excuse me, ma'am. Should we have the halant for the first one?
No, Bhagini. While writing, please, I don't know how I could address this. Don't write lahalan. This I wanted to show you that the Chandra Bindu is on the first la. Okay, my
Yeah, I
font.
got it, ma'am.
Don't write
But
the
the halant should not
just
be there.
write half la like this, full la like this, but put the Chandra Bindu on the top of half la.
Okay, and no halant under that.
No halant, no halant. This is only with this font.
Okay, thank you. Dhanyavad.
Even if you put halant, it's fine. You are only saying this is halant Chandra Bindu. It's not a mistake. Okay.
ಲಗ್ ಒತ್ತು ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಲ್ರಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಅದಕ್ಕ ಲಗ್ ಒತ್ತು ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
ಲಗೆ
ಹಾಫ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲದ್ ಒತ್ತು
ಹಾಫ್ ಲಾಗೆ ಚಂದ್ರ ಬಿಂದು ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ನೀವು ಹಲಂತ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು ತಪ್ಪೇನಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ಅ ಹಲಂತ್ ಲ ಓನ್ಲಿ ವಿತ್ ಚಂದ್ರ ಬಿಂದು, ಹಾಫ್ ಲ. But usually while writing, we don't put halant, we just merge, right? Lakara with lakara. Chandra bindu first.
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ತರ್ಲೀನ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ದಿವಲ್ರಿ, ಹಂಗೆ ಬರ್ದು ಮೇಲೆ ಚಂದ್ರ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತಾ?
ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಲಾ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಲಾ ಮೇಲೆ ಚಂದ್ರ ಬಿಂದು ಬರ್ಬೇಕು. ಆ ತರ ಈ ತರ ಬರ್ದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಈ ಲಾ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲಾ ಮೇಲೆ ಚಂದ್ರ ಬಿಂದು ಬರ್ಬೇಕು. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್.
This is not optional, no, madam.
Na shruyate Bhagini.
Is it optional or nityam?
Not shruyate. Is it clear? If it's not clear,
she is asking, is it optional or nityam?
Sorry, I think there's a. I'm not hearing anything clearly.
We are saying, is a sandhi optional or nityam?
This is nityam. I've written here, right? This totally is nityam. You have to make this sandhi. Tattalina, you can't make it tattalina. It is tallinaha only. Mahalabha only. Okay?
Earlier, we saw sam plus lapam, sanlapam. Manya? Hello? She seems to have disconnected.
She got disconnected, I think.
Yeah.